So when somebody says to me, I want to get this client and this client, what should I do? I'm like, your next five clients will come to you the way your most recent five clients came to you. That is 95% of the time what's going to happen. I'm going to say it again. The way your last five clients found you is the way your next five clients will find you almost all the time. The exception to this is if you begin to take new actions, then you might find that new methods start working for you. Hey, it's Samantha Hartley of the Profitable Joyful Consulting Podcast. This is season 16, and we are talking about powerful questions that will grow your business and even improve your life. So, there's all kinds of questions we can ask ourselves in our business, and I am over the course of this season exploring some of those. Some of my favorite kind are the ones that are like the thinkers. Like you ask a question and it's like, whoa, what's the meaning of the universe? I don't know. I'm gonna have to like go think about that one for a really long time. And then there are some of the questions that we ask where, you know the answer to that pretty much immediately. But the longer you think about the question, the more information it is revealing to you. Well, that is the kind of question that we have today. Whenever new clients come to me, and sometimes when I'm talking with existing potential clients on the phone, I will ask them, tell me, where did your last five clients come from? As you're hearing this, you're thinking probably to yourself, you're beginning to answer that question. This is what a good question it is. Oh, hang on. Let me think about that for a second. How did your last five clients find you? So, the cool thing about this is the answer to that question tells you what is working for you in your marketing. If you answer word of mouth, well, that's great. That means that the work you're doing is generating buzz. When I first did this exercise, I was working on a course and it was called Attracting Perfect Clients. And it's now part of my curriculum. I don't sell the course independently anymore, but I have it as part of all my total curriculum. And I created 24 lessons because I realized that there were at least 24 different ways that I'd gotten a new client before. And I wanted to teach only those things that had worked for me. So I even had a few more ways I'd gotten a new client, but it felt kind of like a fluke, or it wasn't the kind of thing that I could replicate, I didn't think. So I didn't teach that. So I had specific ways that new clients had come to me, 24 different ways. And they all came from doing this exercise. So I didn't do the past five clients. I did like a whole list of all my clients and how they'd come to me. And as I looked at each one, I was like, oh, wow, well, they read about me in the newspaper. Well, that's PR. Well, this one, well, actually, they did a search and found me through SEO. Like they did a Google search for me with a keyword. Oh, that's crazy. Well, let me teach how to do that, and etc. So I just went through this and this and this and this one. Now, some of those were rare, and probably the bulk of them, to my surprise, honestly, came from networking. But then there were other ways that different clients had found me. The interesting piece of this exercise is I had met, for example, someone came up to me after a speaking engagement, and I was like, oh, so speaking got me that client. But I wanted to know a little bit more. So when I would think about that, I would say, oh, well, speaking got me the client, but how did I get the speaking engagement? Well, I got the speaking engagement because so and so saw me speak at this thing. And how did I get that one? Oh, well, that one was actually a referral from somebody at the thing that I met in the networking at, or that was the one who they read an article, etc. So what I want you to do is once you list your five out, I want you to trace back those even further and see if you can go all the way back to other ways that were involved in them finding you. Because what we're really looking for is to diversify the marketing to make sure that everything isn't referrals or everything isn't just one single thing that's working for you. So let's see if more than one thing is working for you. That's the first thing that we want to do. Here's another thing that I found out is a lot of my things that when I would trace them back, it seemed like all the roads led to kind of one person. And I was like, wow, well, that's pretty interesting. Let me go to that person and make a deal with him that you seem to send a lot of business to me. So why don't we set up a little kind of a formal arrangement around this? Because of two reasons. One is he had a lot of choices of people he could refer to. So I wanted to be sure that he knew I convert a lot of the people who you refer to me. Do you see what I mean? He could be sending referrals out to a lot of different people, But then if he doesn't, if they meet those people, but then those clients, those people don't become clients of the people he's referred them to, then that doesn't actually help the person that he sent. And I wanted to be sure that the person that he referred got helped. And also, I set up a little affiliate commission for him because I want to thank him financially for sending me referrals, especially if we're going to turn this into kind of like a formalized thing. So it's really taking like an accidental referral and turning it into a strategic alliance or a referral partnership. That is a thing that you can do. If you have a lot of referrals, you can create some formality around that so that the referrals aren't like, accidental or occasional, but like this is a formal strategic arrangement. There are times when that kind of thing won't work because, for example, it's a banker and they can't do that, or you might have people in nonprofits where it's unethical. Whatever it is, you want to act within the bounds of ethics and the law, of course, but just keep in mind that in some situations you can create more formal arrangements or at least acknowledged agreements of like, hey, if you want to do this on an ongoing basis, I want to be sure I take care of your people. So that is taking information that we learned from a very simple question and creating like marketing strategy around it. When we do that, again, I want to emphasize what we're doing. We're looking at what is working for us. We are looking for the diversity of marketing methods that are generating clients for us. And when we can, possibly we're formalizing those with either referral agreements or other ways we can set this up. How else can you diversify? Well, here's the deal. If all five of your methods are referral, 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 and referral, and then you look at, hey, hang on, is that everything really? Like 6, 7, 8? Nope, nope, it's all referrals. Then you are dependent in your business upon somebody else. And if a bad thing happened, like they got hit by a bus or you had a fight, then your business would be extremely at risk. So we have to diversify beyond referrals. The beauty of referrals is they say people are happy with you, they trust you, they want to send you business. And the downside is if that influx stops, then you don't always have a way to generate leads. And what I am most passionate about with my clients and teaching them is I want you to learn to generate your own leads. What if you know somebody who's a rainmaker and you're like, hey, I work under their umbrella or their shingle or they bring me in. If that's the case, okay, but just keep in mind, like if a bus hits them, that's a big risk for you. So, for example, if you say, I want to have strategic alliances, I want to work under other people's shingles, I don't want to be so responsible for my own lead gen, that's fine, but diversify those shingles. Have 3 shingles that you work under and not just one, so that if this organization, whatever might happen to them, like falls out of favor, gets busy, retires, whatever that is, you want to make sure that you're taken care of by these other things. Here's the deal. Real life example of the kind of calls that I had with people right after the pandemic started. There were tons of people who were like, I get all my clients through networking, or I get all my clients through speaking in person. Those people didn't have a plan B when the pandemic happened for how to get clients. And all of the people like me who had been remote and getting clients online for 10 years already were like, it didn't really make a big difference in our businesses. That's the kind of, uh, economic protection that I want you to build in for yourself, for your business. I don't like to approach anything in a fear-based way. And I also feel like it never hurts to be prepared. It's just always good to be in charge, be self-responsible in certain areas of our lives. So I just want you to know how to do this if you choose to do it. Generating your own leads. How do I know how to do that? Well, again, look at what's working for you in your marketing. If it's all been referrals, then your next steps, your next actions are, I'm going to figure out 2 or 3 ways that I can get clients on my own. I have other episodes that are about how consultants get clients. It's not a big mystery. We basically get them by networking, speaking, publishing. Publishing means posting on social media, writing books, writing for magazines, writing an editorial in your local newspaper. Like publishing is just like writing emails to your email newsletter. Those are the ways that clients are going to come to you probably. And you might have cool, really interesting, different things. Like you might be a member of a trade association and go and network at those trade meetings, or you might be part of a local community and meet people there. You might end up on a plane one time and just sit beside the right person, as I have. Like this is just like random networking stuff. It's not necessarily even a strategy, it's just being prepared for a good thing to happen to yourself. I think it's safest, three is a perfect number, right? I think it's just safest to have like three different ways that we know how to get clients. And if you say referrals is one of them, I'm like, how about three in addition to referrals? Or if referrals are going to be one of your ways, then at least make them a little more formal, like strategic alliances. Or have referral arrangements with several different people, set up referral conversations with all of your clients. Let all of your clients know that you benefit from referrals. I'm looking for you to be safe and to have some sense of assurance of potential clients coming into you on an ongoing basis. When I work with clients who say, I have no pipeline whatsoever, it's too scary for you to have a 100,000, 200, $500,000 business dependent on something where there is no pipeline to speak of. So let's just build this pipeline. And again, this is the way we do it. Now imagine your next client comes in and they come in. One of my clients has had this happen a couple of times. Like people are finding her through her website. Those clients are coming to her, filling out her form. She's like, no, seriously though, right? Has the meeting with them. These are turning into clients. Like search engine optimization, generating clients online through my website. Well, that's now a valid way she gets clients. It isn't just referral or networking, which was the first few. It's now, this is the new way that clients are coming to her. So just pay attention. And really, you want to follow your joy and genius zone on this one. Again, I have an episode that's about that, like attracting clients in alignment with like your strengths and your preferences. So you're like, I never want to write ever, ever. You don't have to. It's great news. You love to meet people, go do networking. You're like, can't stand writing, but I love video. Make videos. There are ways that will work for you. And there's just dozens and dozens of ways to get clients. There's pretty much 12 main strategies, but within those, like there's tons of ways to get clients. A great thing to do is to have this conversation with a colleague. And I love personally to have this conversation all the time. How do your clients find you? I might ask. If I'm in a networking situation, it's just interesting to me to ask that question. I'm not looking for business. I'm not looking to get hired for anything. I'm just chatting with somebody. How do your clients find you? I might ask. And then I hear, well, that's what's working for other people in their marketing. It's also much better than these circles you can fall into where it's like, oh, the economy's bad. Nobody's hiring anybody. Nothing works. Boo, 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 boo. You hear that? You want to avoid that environment entirely. I'm around people who a lot of things are working and I want to know what those are. Okay. So to recap, you're going to ask yourself, what are the ways that are working for me? How have my last 5 clients found me? Extra credit, do all the ways your clients have found you all the way back going to the beginning of your career. The second thing, how do I feel about those methods? Do you feel like, I need to diversify, or yay, I have an opportunity to encourage those clients? Do you feel like this is exactly how I want my clients to be finding me? Do you feel like these are the ways that the best kind of clients find me? Just do a little kind of temperature check about your confidence level with those methods and the whether they're bringing the best clients to you and if this is working for you and you want to go with that. The last thing I want you to remember is the fastest way for you to get new clients is through those methods. So when somebody says to me, I want to get this client and this client, what should I do? I'm like, your next 5 clients will come to you the way your most recent 5 clients came to you. That is 95% of the time what's going to happen. I'm going to say it again. The way your last 5 clients found you is the way your next 5 clients will find you almost all the time. The exception to this is if you begin to take new actions, then you might find that new methods start working for you. Okay. Which methods would you like to have working for you? Those are the things you're going to start trying out if that's what you choose to do. So your action steps are those. Think about, do you want to have these same 5 methods working for you as are working for you right now? Like if you're like, yay, I have good diversity and I'm really happy with the people who come to me through these channels, perfect. That's working for you. Don't worry about it. If, however, you feel like, I think I'm going to add one new way, well, let's work on that for the next couple of months. If you would like more help getting perfect clients to work with you, then I'm always available on all the social channels and wherever you found this podcast. So I'm wishing you that you will have an abundance of new clients coming to you through all of the ways that they can come to you, especially since you are launching your intention for those new clients to come to you through the universe, whatever cool ways they will send them to you. And with that, I'm wishing you a profitable and joyful consulting business.